Danganronpa.
Are you kidding me?
Oh! Huh? Something like this. Hold it. What? See? Huh? What the? You serious?
That's right!
Who lies?
Hey!
Like...
In other words... What's this? I don't like this. No way! Yahoo! So... it's the Monokuma file! Do your best. Hey!
Perhaps... So basically... Why?
Damn it!
Hey, 'cause it's bad. Well? Killing. Understood.
I'm gonna do it!
Perhaps. Hey. Yep. Well? Hey. That's wrong. Could it be? It cannot be! I am sorry! It appears...
Man.
I see. However... How suspicious. See? Well?
Hey.
Maybe. But still. It appears. I'm sorry. You're so evil. Got it? Damn it. Damn it. What? Leave it to me! Now then. I'll beat you up! All right! Hey! Your balance sucks. Make sure your stance is wider.
You're a lot heavier than I expected.
Yeah, because I'm so buff. Like, every time I get a massage, they tell me I'm just a mass of muscles.
A massage, huh? Do you have a trainer or something since you're the ultimate gymnast?
Nah, I don't have a trainer. My stepmom's lovers like to get drunk and give me full-body massages.
So, how's the window?
Let's see. I see. So that's what happened.
Did you find anything?
Well, since there's this iron bar, I was pretty sure no one would be able to get through the window. But check it out.
Check it out? Hold on. I'll give it a try.
This iron bar ain't even pinned down. Looks like you can open and close it pretty easy. See? My head can fit through, no problem.
Then it's not impossible to go in and out of that window?
Yep. Huh? Like... So... I got it. Piss me off. You. Actually... Yep. So... let's go.
Hello there.
Why?
Well... Amazing! Now.
It's Monomi! That's...
Now. But...
That's right!
Man. Now then.
me to tell you? See? That's right. Yep. Nope. Yep. That's right. Yep. See? Perhaps. See?
Miracle!
By the way... Isn't that... Too bad. Aww. You... Perhaps... Hey, hey! Leave it to me.
Hello there. You caught me? Man. Well... You don't know? Bye now. Well... Sorry.
What? What the? Jeez!
Wait!
Hey, hey. Well... Why? Oh. Guitar! Oh. Oh! I see, I see. That's totally it! Aw.
I see. You don't know?
But still...
Huh? No, that's wrong. Isn't that right? It's obvious. Well... Hey.
That's weird. Bye!
Now then. Bye now.
I think. See? Yep.
No.
Hey, hey. Yep. But still. See? Yep. Yep. Hey, hey. Yep.
Now. Bow to me. Actually... Yep.
Yep.
What? Bye now.
So you... What happened? Fine. I can see it! Nature, the collective will of... Nature.
Now then.
Whoa!
Hello there.
What the heck?
Good news!
It appears.
Good news! See? Listen! Well? That is an order!
Hey,
Wow!
anyway.
That's weird.
However,
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice! minute. However... Listen!
Wow. Yep. Now then. See? Yep. Yep. Well... perhaps... See?
The time for unparalleled come! Now is the time to the hostility of fresh blood. So meet up! Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance.
Now then. All right.
There is no
Why you?
Stop it!
Sheesh!
Bastard!
Anyway, see ya later.
This is bad.
Like,
Show some spirit! This, too, must be the will of causality.
You're so evil!
So... impossible!
That is...
No, no! Yaha! Like... Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
I see! Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy! Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights! Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
I see! Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me!
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C. I see! Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday!
She really made that joke. She really makes that joke. I get it though. See you next Tuesday. I get the joke.
Let's move on to Girl...
I see! Girl D is my hero. The victim. Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F. I see! Aren't you Guy F? I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu? Another person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on! Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game. It's pretty clear. There's no... Plus, the sister actually...
By the way, what role did... I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister. Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there. Winning personality? Are you praising me? I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality. It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the movie. Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago. I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that. You're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet! I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the...
Huh? What?
My, you don't know. I heard that Girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Then let's hurry up and solve it! I see!
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyu? You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But... Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim? In order to make that clear,
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro games. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it!
Then, Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E wasn't, but the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the end. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen. How does that sound?
Yep.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girl E was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girl E was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped. And sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then...
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't...
After she killed the first victim in the music room. What did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room. And escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
No, that's wrong!
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking, probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, She locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the four girls met by the entrance hall.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see! Now the mystery has been solved!
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what...
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was!
Not cool! I went to all the trouble...
What the heck?
Fine. Let's figure out the weapon, which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one!
Now then!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
It's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with that. I got it.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put in... If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, and the only thing I can think of, if you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the ace attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea! But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it has to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied?
This happiness you feel when them...
But the real important Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice.
Girl D.
Huh? Mahiro is...
The piece of face that became...
And, apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask Justin. I see!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario. But
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it? That's all you can say.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game...
That is...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were like...
Even if I don't remember, I already... No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit. Girl Eve and Mahiru were killed by that guy!
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything...
I can prove it with this! I'm not sure the two events... As proof, Mahiru and Girl Eve was killed in the game. There's no way we can ignore that.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already?
You better cut that out right now! There is no...
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your mind like... And...
What?
I mean... The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that
Isn't that what happened, Kyoko?
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you.
What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch? What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko? Do you know where Hyoko was today?
Hey. Hey. I'm gonna play with you after I finish this trial.
Yeah.
Please?
I just playing.
Alright. Well, you're gonna invite Anthony and them?
You said what?
You're gonna invite Anthony and them?
Oh, don't care.
He probably is. Let me see.
He's not.
No. Is Logan is?
No.
School ended today. I didn't get paper blood so much today, did you? God bless you.
You said what?
Well, since school ended today, I need some free. You gotta go to summer school?
Yeah.
You got paper for the first semester?
I think so.
Yeah. I didn't. They didn't give me one.
You got one too?
No, I don't.
You're lying.
I'm actually not lying. They said I passed. Anyways, I'm gonna mute you for a while. Huh?
How you taking that?
I'm just playing. I didn't pass yet. I don't know if I passed. When you go to summer school, you still pass. All you gotta do is just do everything you...
What I want to do?
I'm gonna mute you so you won't hear me. And that goes same for y'all.
Is at the beach house, the scene of the crime.
But I didn't go to the beach house. I was fishing Mr. Ants all day. What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Yoko?
Do you know where Hiyoko was? She was at the beach house. But I didn't go to the beach house!
No, that's wrong!
Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hiyoko.
Seriously!
But these footprints in the sand...
I don't have such ugly... Don't decide that based on ugliness!
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprint? The footprint I collected from your room matches the...
Collected?
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house. Which means, when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that marked...
Are you saying when that...
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left. Which means something happened.
Ah! I remember now!
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine.
I've never heard of that daily routine before.
And that's when I went to the...
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so...
Huh? People who call other people. If you say I'm lying... I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk. I didn't go any other time.
Then you didn't meet at the beach house?
Saying I met up with her, is this a panel of idiots? I did go to the beach house, but only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong!
Only during your morning walk, huh?
That letter! It's the one Mark...
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Maki.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now!
Huh?
Me and Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
See. So if she meant Mahi, I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable...
You're wrong!
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house. I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason...
It's the truth. Deal.
Just leave him alone. Anyway, that letter in Kazu...
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't... I'm telling...
Is she...
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahi. That's why she wrote a letter to let her... And then you went ahead. There's evidence for that.
Here!
The place where Hiyoko was hiding.
Yes, that's right. Yoko.
What's a gummy?
I have captured the true character, Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach when she saw her.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that because of that. She...
It's a trap!
Who's someone?
It must be the one with the glass. There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
You're the one who wore that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Huh?
That mask says it all, which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed...
Why, you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Yoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
It's on your head! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding in the... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
No, that's wrong! About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? The gummy at the time seems... Huh? It's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow...
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the... See? Didn't... Damn, I'll get my revenge!
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy? Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet. We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for...
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength.
No, that's wrong! Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant. According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
You cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury... That's why Mahiru isn't the one...
Someone...
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drips.
But why did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer, after all.
Seriously? That's not... Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. If she handled a body that bloody, I think...
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
See? Yay!
I won't let you look down on me! We haven't decided that!
Hey, Fuyuhiko, why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of. If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I can think of.
If Hiyoko moved the body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Allow me to cut through those words. Now, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it. Are you saying
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and...
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't... Oh, wasn't changing inside the... Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around... Because if so...
Didn't I tell you that was because I got...
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life. That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer? Yeah, seems like it. See? I already because there's no way I would kill a nice person like her! You guys are... Hiyoko? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die! I'm sorry for being pig barf!
Hey, Hiyoko.
Huh?
Even though you're...
Like...
Yeah, I got...
I would like to know too.
Fine. You want me to, Early she asked if we could...
Huh? But didn't you say early... Damn it! So that was a lie?
'Cause I thought it'd be done.
So?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
You always have to say something snide.
At the time, we were supposed to meet around noon. A letter? Yeah. I saw this letter.
I can prove it with this. This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had? Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m.
Whoa! The meeting time.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach. It would be plausible if one of them said it.
Hiyoko, since you... Like I said, I never wrote...
I see!
The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate...
That seems very likely. Confirmed! Just as I assumed. The handwriting is the...
Like this part. I was going... This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret. The killer...
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
So they completely tricked me. And then... Mahiru's killer! How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Here we go again. Once we let our go,
We can just lightly...
So based on what the letter said,
What's most important...
I fell asleep. Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something. Medicine? That medicine. I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
If you were aware of that from the start...
I'm sorry. When I woke up and when I rushed out, and that's me. The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko, and for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before.
So their reason for blocking the door...
Hiyoko, please do not...
Is it really okay to...
This'll never end if you...
Isn't that what a class... The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other. So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you. You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. The class trial is where we cooperate with each other. The killer and two hopes clashing with each other is Seriously, which side? I'm on the side of the absolute, and I believe that
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray. And you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying!
let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah,
There should be a new clue contained in what Hiyoko... So, let us believe Hiyoko...
Yep. Good job. Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna... Whoa.
Dumbasses. You bastard, the only thing waiting for you...
Hey, boy, hey. I'm kind of live streaming, so I'm gonna mute you for a while. I'm trying to get followers, views. Alright, see ya. I'm back.
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
I'm Monami. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible. Oh, I can't do any. Everyone do your best.
Well, now that we've decided to believe
If the killer was luring...
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hiyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was
The killer returned to the...
They wouldn't...
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody...
Then, does that mean the killer came...
At any rate, the solution...
It's all coming together! Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying?
Here! The killer is probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's...
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange it.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case? But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? To serve the kill... Then, the killer was
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kinda like...
Don't you mean...
I should...
Anyway, the killer had finally left the surfboard.
I agree with that.
Seriously?
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko if Hiyoko was left alone and ruined. Instead,
It's saying whatever you want, even if you... Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get... Oh, you shut up. Then... grit your teeth.
sorry, Akane. Hey, Monokuma.
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man...
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, is the killer also in...
Yeah, that's true.
You don't sound very...
Jeez! You're pretty, and I know it sounds like it's intended to create a...
So you're saying it's unfortunate depending on who actually...
Well, as long as I...
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time?
Jeez, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means... 3 people other than the killer discovered what's wrong. Nothing.
You're the one.
We were just...
And after Hiyoko...
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before...
Now that you mention it...
It's going to... Now, let... What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet?
Maybe they wore one when they moved them. Did they use something other than the shower? What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
They cut it up and... Whoosh!
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can it would definitely clog the toilet!
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body? Maybe they were able to wash it off.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been impossible. No, that's wrong!
If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to. They could have just as easily...
Something other than the shower. I see!
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it. In theory, then, that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator, but there's no possible... true there were drinks in the beach house refrigerator. However, try one bottle drink, it wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down! We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles. There were only flavored drinks with colored dyes. If you use those to wash the blood won't come off and your body they will leave an aromatics, especially if you use the water. That alone would raise suspicion. Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the
Allow me to cut through those words!
No. How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? And the killer took all of those water bottles.
So you're saying the water bottle...
It's not a fallacy. It's evidence, like a lot of thrown away plastic...
Ah, you're right.
Well, when I went to the beach house a few...
Then, the plastic water...
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy...
It seems you've reeled. See? Hold...
Let me ask.
You're the only one! Peko. Is it you?
Hey! What are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer!
Then I should ask you this.
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the... If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, but there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the... So you said you went swimming so you'd have...
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards, so there's no doubt. She would...
Hold on. That's strange. You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Not so fast! We haven't established... The roadside door was blocked. And if it's... Then how the fuck did the killer escape?
What? We might have an issue.
Huh?
Do we really? Well, if Peko is the killer, then let's hear first.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option... Well, nothing really.
But what if, for instance, she got help from...
She might have reached it by right...
And what... Of course...
Littering is prohibited.
You see?
No. Chiaki, did I... Huh?
Got it!
Echo, you carry that bamboo... If I recall correct... Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword. Yeah.
Sword? You see? Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko,
You're saying she used her sword as a step? It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to... Shut up! If she used the bamboo sword... Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind! Damn. It. Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, this is the end!
if she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag. When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to...
I see. Akane said she's like, simply put, even so. How disappointing. Oh, you...
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiro?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine.
Among flowers, very well. If you...
Agreed.
Hold on.
Can it wait until after?
This is important, and it relates to
My motive.
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill
So it's... I must say... In order to... I do not sully my... There is only for the sake... Justice. The justice is the eternal sun.
Hello?
If justice... The world would immediately...
It's fine.
Justice must always be there to guide us.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to... This is... As the light of justice. Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice. The lead... That would be me. Sparkling justice! Now then, let's execute...
What the fuck? Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What's Everyone! Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claimed... Clad in her various hero masks, she is supposed to be... What? Huh?
Ally of justice? This mask, just like various items, justice should...
I don't get it, but this is becoming...
This again? Huh? So what's your answer?
This evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil?
If you knew about that incident...
And because of that, I was able...
Then...
To protect justice, of course. In order to protect justice, and...
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
Oh! I can't stand this!
Let's go over this incident one more time. Here's everything that happened in this case. The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said, and was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder. Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon. The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime. The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru and began to tamper with the crime scene. They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that were inside the beach house refrigerator. We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened. In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her. From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect, Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her. After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Finally, the killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and can't be reached easily, which is why the killer used the bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
I see. And what of it?
She's like, totally cool with it.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice. That's no reason to condemn me.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important. Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on. In order to keep justice, to keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice. If I fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed!
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices? That's...
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
I can't stand her anymore! Let's vote already and execute her!
However, before we do that...
Onokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Ah! We finally woke up!
I've heard your story! Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares? Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Who will be chosen as the black... Blackened.
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time? Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Continue our discussion? But isn't the voting over?
Yes, but I cannot help but feel strange. Something about this is definitely strange.
Strange? What do you mean? There's no doubt that Pecco is the killer.
That is true. However...
As a serial killer enthusiast, you're wondering if Pecco is really sparkling justice, am I right?
Hey, Miss Sonia isn't a serial killer enthusiast. She just has a little more passion about them than most.
That makes her an enthusiast!
Honestly, it felt strange to me too. I mean, there's a distinct difference between what we know about sparkling justice and Pecco, right?
Distinct difference?
You know, Sonia described sparkling justice like this.
Justice complete! The center of justice that is pierced by justice! The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky! That would be me! Sparkling justice!
I see! That's right. According to what Sonia said...
The article was written in their native language, so I tried to translate it.
If she had a translator, that means it wasn't...
Huh? Yes, the map so, Sparkling Justice's catchphrase was no doubt written in Spanish as well. Which means the journalist...
From Spain?
What?!
Pecco, you're not sparkling justice.
Or, you insist that you're...
Would you be able to...
It appears... However, that's per end. My duty has already been finished. My duty as a tool.
Uh-huh?
That mask has fulfilled...
What do you mean?
Now that you've already cast...
Hey, you beat...
I have no purpose.
Tool?
She called herself a tool.
Of course...
I see. I finally understand.
What do you mean?
I mean, there is proof that a step... I see!
Are you talking about the body dis...
Yep, that's right. That announcement is made when at least 3 people discover a body, and in this particular case, the killer, Pecco, is not one of those 3. If that's the case, it would mean only Hiyoko and Kazuichi to...
I see. That leaves us one...
So that means there was one more person.
Plus, the fact that Monokuma tried... That's such a vital...
No.
Huh?
Yes. from your basic way of thinking. That means I'm just a simple tool to be used.
Therefore, that person would have the strongest...
You're the only one!
I see. But even if it's the... Would you call a game like...
I can prove it with this! I didn't think it was necessary. There's no... The photos awarded for beating the gamer, they're all actual photos. You knew whether or not the first victim in the... Because whoever beat the... It was the envelope, right?
If you were shown a photograph of your sister's dead body, even so, you wanted to...
Hey! What? Because Peko is the killer.
That's why I told you. As I said before, I had no motive for killing Mahiru. Nope, I was simply used as a...
Hey!
I'm not the killer. The true killer, who used me as their weapon to kill Mahiru.
What?
What the hell?
I see.
No. But my young master does.
Young master?
That. I'm sure you realize it by now.
That's a problem. If Peko's allegation... In that case, the person... That's nuts!
How would Peko be a tool? Peko is a...
That's not for you to decide. It's for Monokuma. The votes have been cast.
What the hell?
I guess for now, let's take a quick reset.
Hey! Hey!
Well, you just...
Hey.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
What?
If my young master is attacked, I must defend him as his shield. If he intends to kill, I must be his sword. That is my only reason for living. Before I am human, I am my young master's tool, first and foremost. Until this body of mine can no longer move, I shall fulfill my duty until the...
That is...
Nothing.
Huh?
You fiend.
No. I am nothing but a tool.
Damn it. Damn it! Don't fuck with me!
You...
So...
But...
my! Huh? But... Are you serious?
Oh.
But... Hey.
What the?
Damn it!
And so...
That is...
Hey.
Why, you...
But...
Why?
Shut the hell up!
What are you saying?
Huh?
Young master, I am finished.
What?
Of course!
Be quiet.
Yes, indeed!
It cannot be...
That's obviously wrong.
No.
This is troubling!
I see. Great!
Wrong.
Now then. Huh? Hey. What?
Hold on.
What? Jeez.
Hey.
Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Young master.
Young master!
Hey.
Damn it!
Young master, I am finished.
You... What the hell did you do? You already know, right? What's going to happen after you kill someone?
I did it because I know. There is no way I can let that happen to you.
Hey, Peko. Our professional relationship doesn't exist on this island. We're just fellow high school students now. You need to run. Got it? Just let me take the fall so you can get away.
Young master.
Shut up! I'm ordering you not to worry about me!
There is no way I cannot worry about... I am... without an owner.
God damn it, we are done with that crap! Why won't you listen to what I'm saying?!
Regardless, I will not flee. I have a plan.
Huh?
Please do not worry. I intend to fulfill... Now please, go! Hiyoko will be waking up soon, after you leave. I must block the door to the room. Hurry!
Damn it. You better run away. Got it? Just forget about me! Forget about the Kuzuryu clan! You better escape! Sorry.
Young master!
I'm a disgrace. Peko.
Young...
Oh, too bad. Why you?
Hey. Jeez. Sorry. Huh?
Young master!
What?
Even so,
Peko.
I am terribly sorry. Goodbye. And please, do not cause a senseless killing such as this. I will never feel
So...
Young master,
So...
I want...
Jeez.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Why?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
I never needed a tool. So... You didn't...
Let's give it everything we've got!
You just needed to be yourself. I never wanted a tool. I just wanted you. Only you.
Young master?
Why? Why couldn't you understand? We've always been together ever since we were kids!
Let's go! It's punishment time!
Please, Peko. Don't go! I need you!
Young master... Young master!
Such a waste. Damn it.
Oh.
Such despair. Isn't that right? Listen carefully.
What?
Everyone!
You serious?
He's still breathing.
Is he gonna be okay?
Do something! Hey! You need to save him! Hey!
I'm trying! But his blood, he won't stop bleeding out! His pulse is getting weaker!
Can't you do anything about it? God damn it!
You're so stupid.
You stupid brother!
What the heck?
That's what... Hey, hey! Hey, hey!
Unbelievable. Fine. So, like,
An ambulance?
just leave the rest.
Dr. Kilford, you've already killed your patients.
We gotta get this patient to the Monokuma Hospital.
Damn it.
Perhaps. However,
Fall, my tears.
it, right? You can see this countdown. 4 people are already... We took our time preparing the hope fragments, but now we're no longer... Honestly, whether it's better if you let them leave this aisle for those kids, which option is hope, but... I guess there's no time to... That guy will probably take over our plan's final stage as well. What lies beyond that is the foul resurrection of the ultimate despair and the continuation of the biggest, most awful... that cannot be even if we... Everything is for the sake of a...
Danganronpa.
Ahem! Oh, good. Now then.
Huh? Your Excellence! I am sorry! I am ashamed!
Whoa! Hey!
Damn it. Good day.
Good enough.
Something like this.
Hey.
No! Fool!
Hold it.
What the heck?
You think so? See?
Perhaps.
Right? I see.
You...
Huh? It cannot be. I am sorry.
Well... for now.
No.
Impossible!
You.
I got it!
I see.
Meow! That's not it! Jeez! Stop it! Shut up!
Well... Yep.
This body is What? Impossible!
You're the worst.
I'll destroy you!
Hey.
Yo!
Huh?
You...
All right! I'll show you my serious side.
That's obviously wrong.
Sheesh!
Hello!
Meaningless.
Jeez! Stop! Hey!
Hey.
Ding-a-ding-ding! Love, love!
Could it be? Do you have a minute?
I won't be fooled.
You fiend.
Hey! Hey!
Huh?
Danganronpa.
Danganronpa.